comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Does not want to get stuck in the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Impacts are no-go. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Very solid corner switch. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. They'll hit them with a stop and bomb. Ah, burnout activates. They're both driving. This is gonna get messy. Going in? Time to reassess the situation? Balance from above. Full SA meters on decks for both sides. This could be up there going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Condor Wind is helping them start a storm. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Immediate jump in. Manages to block the jump in attack. Gets a risky pump fire. Okay, here we go. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this kick. This is gonna hurt. What are they gonna do? In with the phalanx. Sets up with the jump in. Player flatlines him. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Cleared for landing. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Decides to buff up while they can. Feeling out the spacing. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Lots of aggression from both sides. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They both need to stand firm here and deal with an empty drive gauge. Limited resources at hand right now. Beats it up with a combo into super. Goes end to end with a Breezing Hawk. Nice damage. He gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Gets a risky drop in, charges forward. In there! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Ooh, gets the perfect parry to stop that dead. How will they capitalize on this opening? Perfectly timed parry to deflect the opponent's attack. You don't want to get caught in that situation too many times. Neither of them willing to back off here. No good up high. Whiffs the throw. Throws him. What's next? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Bops him with a target combo. Did well to get the buff in there. Challenge from above. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. A quick breather. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Taking no prisoners.
Now you know history.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Deftly shuts out the jungle. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Burnout is triggered. Gets a crucial back throw. Knockdown. And fold for the throw. The big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Did well to get the buff in there. The Condor Wind added a bit of juice to that attack. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now is the time. Both fighters sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. That's a counter. Hits him with a stop and block. Life leader's there, but still anyone's game. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. No double bump. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range. Relatively safe. Player 2 needs to wait this out. That burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Both super armor. Cold and calculated. It is over. Player 2 faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run. Jump. Did well to get the buff in there. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Decides to buff up while they can. Knockdown. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Takes a trip. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps. Blocks the impact. Hits them with a stopping power. This is a tough situation to be in with no burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What'll happen? You can't fold. Yes, it's too much. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Carries the jump in to shut it down. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Starting to sweat a bit. Did well to get the buff in there. Coming through. All right, what's coming up next? Play this Sun KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Box him with a target combo. Dashes forward. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. A quick breather. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 puts the super armor to good use. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters planning something? Creates an opening with a low heavy? Experiencing burnout. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Crowns him from above. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Drops them. The jump-in is rejected. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Reads the jump-in perfectly. Fire coming through. A jump. Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Both are ready to pull the trigger on the super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Snatches them. You don't even care how big the opponent is. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Wall splat. What a finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO! Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Challenge from above. Tomahawk plus. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drop puts the super armor to good use. Knockdown and... Buffs up. Jumps in. Drive gauge gap here. Okay, here we pop some hard. That's gonna leave him rattled. Oh, they got him. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Superb reactions on the... No! This'll break them! Looking for a hold. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. There's a burnout. Player 2. Big super armor use. Okay, here we go. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Burns out. This is gonna hurt. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player denies the jump in.
You're done! Stand still! I have you!
Are you kidding me? Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Hits him with a stopping block. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Charges forward. What'll happen here? Closing moments of the in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The super armor does its job. Jump? Oh! Were they baiting them into that? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 is not in there. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Counter hit throw there. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Decides to puff up while they can. All right, what's coming up next? Sticks the combo. Reads them. Gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Charges forward. Puts the super armor to good use. Player 2 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last time. Still slugging it out at this range. Going in? Guns in! Are we gonna see a comeback here? There's a burnout! Player 1 is in a very perfect execution with the anti-air. Okay, here we go. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Uses the target combo as a and fold! Nasty blow to the back of the head. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Strings it all together. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge down. They need to find a way to reset the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Throws them to negate the block. Going in? Not close enough for the throw. Takes in the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets carried to the corner. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Now you know.
Big super hard hit. Burnout activates. Throw leaves them wide open. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Knockdown and player 1 in with the cross. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Time to reassess the fire. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still. What a finish! Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Choose a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Puts one in the pocket. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. This is the range where things get messy. KO! Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Going on the offensive? Holds out with the block. Challenge from above! At this range, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will need to play it conserved, experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Tomahawk plus! Both fighters planning something? A jump in? Picks up the counter. It's a good spot to use the super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sticks the jump in. The cross-up's good. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-in. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Taking stock. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Knockdown and both players all out of drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna they're going for the super art. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Who's going to start things off? Jumps? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Out of range, relatively safe. Hits them with a stop and pop. Both fighters planning something? The Condor Wind added a bit of juice to that as it charges forward. Cleared for landing. Player 2 will look crowns them from above. Con ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Did well to get the buff in there. Coming through. The move whiffs and they get nailed with the punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is. This stun might mean the end of this round. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Mexican Typhoon! Looking for a chance. Gets a risky buff in. Charges forward. What'll happen here? Flawless round. They got him so quick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. opts to create space to start. Swoops in with the dive. Blocks up. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Sets up with the jump in. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. A jump in with the cross. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Devotes all that meter to the goddess of the hunt. They're about to get a big knockout kiss.
No, you're not.
Ooh. Player 2 is mounting a raw super art incoming. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Well-timed corner switch. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? Had the radar up and running. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Does a good job of pushing back. Very. KOs! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Box them with a target combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they are. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Decides to buff up while they can. Puts the super armor to good use. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Knockout and avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Does a good job escaping the corner. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. All in with a rush. Anti-air in the clutch. And fire. Going in. Jump. The jump in is rejected. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Gets a risky buff in. Both fighters look, crowns them from above. Who throws that off? Turns out. They're in hand. Solid anti-air. Up for them with a balance. And yo, rock super hit. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Noticeable life lead is a comeback to fire. Okay, here we go. Looking for a hold. They are done! Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws up a pump. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Amazing reads a flash to parry just in time to catch the attack. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The jump in is denied. Still slugging it out at this range. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Burnout activates. Holds out with the block. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Balance from above. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for experiencing burnout. This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, you never know what can crown them from above. Really says welcome to the club. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Comes for them with a balance. Who's gonna take what? Clutch anti-air. Fire! What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Sneaks in above. Barely blocks the jump in. Their trading attempt sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super arm. Oh man, this is a scary ring. Oh, now that is a punish. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center. All in with a rush. Amazing. There's a burnout. But just like Big Pop. Noticeable life lead is a back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player 2. Yes, they're just gonna go for it with the super. Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Where are you going? You can't escape.
Lily.
Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Dives in. Gets a risky buff in. Watch out! Typhoon coming through. Player 1 has the leg advantage. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Okay, they trade hits. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Was look tomahawk busted. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Ghoul gain control of the match in the early going. Jumps, barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They're backed up into the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. Noticeable dives in. Oh man, this is a scary range. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Somehow manages to block the jump in. It burns out. Jumps back into the flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Fire! Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 needs to wait this out. There's a burnout. What now? That's gonna leave him rattled. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got to draw super art incoming. All in with a rush. A real test of nerves here. Jump. Come for them with a piston. They are done. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The Condor wind added a bit of juice to that attack. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Neither of them willing to back off. Reads them. Gets a crucial back throw in. Heading into the end, there's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Jumps in. Manages to block the jump in attack. What'll happen here? Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. Closing moments of the match. One comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to buff up, charges forward. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge strength. Burnout activates. Player 1 sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They return to center, going on the offensive. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it. Reads the jump-in perfectly. Throws them. Oh, burns out. They can't squander this punish counter. Flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Cleared for landing. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jump? This is gonna hurt. Both fight in with the crosser. Excellent jumping. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Both sides getting ready. All in with a rush. Oh man, this is a scary range. This can lead to some big damage. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. I have you. Tomahawk bust. Jumps up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. What's the play here? Pressuring them in the corner. Nails the anti-air. Neither of them willing to back off. Very solid corner. Knockdown. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Solid combo. Goes for the low-risk air-to-air. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Big counter. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Puts the super armor to good use. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? This can lead to some big damage. Going in, super armor. Hold and calculate. Looking for a hold. Will they gamble something here on a closes it out? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits them with a stopping bomb. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Plenty throws them. What are they gonna do? Looking to follow up after that target combo. Amazing! Player 1 is in a very good spot now. The jump-in is denied. Ooh, what a smart throw. What next? With low heavy. This can lead to some big damage. Closes it out. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast him? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Decides to buff up while they can. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Get some. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Shows a medium kick. Jumps in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Jumps. Grabs and throws them away. Side switch. Experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Are we gonna see a cut flatlines on? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Oh, says no to the impact. Going on the offensive? Cleared for landing. Balance from above. Curls him from above. Oh, man, this is a scary range. Oh, they're in the corner now. Nope. Ooh, does them dirty. Amazing. Both are ready to pull the trigger. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 is up for the Tonitrus. This is gonna hurt. Both absolutely refuse. What a finish. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Puts the super armor to good use. They trade. Okay, they trade hits. Lots of aggression from both sides. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Billy's Super Game is now even more dangerous. The jump-in is denied. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. All right, what's coming up next? Charge KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Cross up! Who's going to start things off? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Decides to buff up while they can. Scrapping it out up close. Uses the target combo as a filler. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running over. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Taking no prisoners.
Now you know history.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Drops that off. Player 1 meets it all. The throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. That's gonna leave him rattled. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A jab goes to the air. Goes for the ground and pound. What now? Counter hit all in with a rush. It is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Fighter 6. Fighting round. Practice, training. Training room. Lily. Marisa.
I live for battle.
It's time to heat up.
Where are you going? Strike three! Be gone! You okay? Got you!